Alright guys, so I'm back with another video. Hopefully this works now. Yep, it works. So I want, for now, if you have this distance-based AO enabled, I would not zero your characters with this enabled if you want to use this. The reason why is because I'm having problems trying to grab the camera location. I'm going to have to look into that. But really, this needs to be pointing basically to the same location this is. But if I try to do this from here, I get really weird results. So I'm just simply not going to do that from here for now. You guys are just going to have to disable the distance-based AO for now, and I'll try to fix that in the next update. Also, I'll try to work on all this stuff that I've filled out right here as well come next weekend. Hopefully I can get started on it before next weekend, but we'll see. It's going to be the holidays, so everything will be pushed back. Now I refactored the way that this is handled here ever so slightly so that it'll be more performance friendly. This is the way I was calculating it. This is the way I'm calculating it now. So I was calculating it this way because I was having feedback problems, but then I realized that I can just calculate it in a more simplified manner now that I've found a solution to the feedback problem. This was a best approximation calculation right here. It's not insanely accurate, but yeah. And I'm not sure it would be any more performance friendly. Maybe a little bit, because you could get rid of all of these checks right here, and then you wouldn't have to do these right here either. But anyway, so I'm going to leave that in there. And I'm going to leave this in here too, just for you guys to look at. But this current method is going to be the most accurate right here, pinpoint accuracy. So with that said, I'll just go ahead and cover what else I changed in here. So I didn't actually have a lot of time to change a lot of things since I got hung up on that distance-based AO. But before, whenever I would pick up a rifle and then I'd pick up a pistol, it would throw the rifle down. And the reason why is because it was actually, what it was actually doing is it was actually trying to holster it twice. So I'll just go ahead and show you that this this works for these guys too. And the blue is where he's actually pointing, where his gun is actually pointing. So you'll see that's basically dead center of the screen. You'll just have to ignore the aim offset stuff over there. It's not accurate. But yeah, so it'll be centered between the two during this, but later on when I fix that aim offset for the distance based, then you'll actually be able to zero this in for live retargeted characters, just not the UE4 Manny. I mean the UEFN Manny. I could add support for doing this kind of stuff on the UEFN, but it's kind of redundant for this project, because I'm simply just trying to support other people's characters. So it's not really that relevant for the base character, because your character is not going to be the base character. It's going to be a live retargeted character. But I did in another video showcase how you could do that without using live retargeting. So you can always go and look at that if you're interested. But yeah, that's still pretty accurate. I mean, each one of them will be off by a couple of centimeters when you're dual welding, but I don't think that's really that big of a deal. Besides dual welding, it's just something I added in here because I kept having people ask for it. So also because I was adding multi-hand support, I was like, you know what, why not? Let's just go ahead and add that. But yeah, so I believe that, okay, yes, I thought I saw some jittering there. Might have just been, I might have been tapping the mouse key there. But yeah, everything should be working properly now. Again, in case you don't know, currently I don't fully support skeletal meshes. I do support them being added and loaded, but I don't support the physics on them yet, and I don't support running animations on them yet. I'll be adding that back. I'll be adding support for that come the next update, so you can be looking out for that. Also, I did notice that the left arm right there, it looks pretty weird. That's going to be my layering settings. Yeah, I just now realized that. So yeah, I might look into that. Hell, I may as well do it while I'm making this video. It'll give you guys a chance to see how this is done. You guys really need to learn how to do this stuff yourself anyways, rather than just relying on me to do it for you, because if you decide to add another weapon in here that isn't already in here, like an SMG or something like that, then it's going to be on you to figure out how the overlay layering settings work. So actually I need to go into the pistol. This is the left-hand pistol that's having the problem. So I'll open up this one right here for the left-hand pistol. And the left stand moving ready is the one that's having this weird problem. And I do have this in local space. The right arm is in local space, but the left arm is fully, it's, okay. That might actually be the reason why. So let's see. No, something looks off about it. It's looking a little, I mean, the arm itself, it looks like the lower arm and the hand it's acting like it's in mesh space. Okay, I think that looks better. Yeah, so normally if you want to add secondary motion to it, normally you want this to be in mesh space, but not always. You could actually just apply this a bit in local space, just so it's not so dramatic. But you have to watch out for doing that, because you don't want it to, if you add too much local space to it, then local space makes it move a lot, okay? So if you add too much movement to it, then it'll start clipping into itself. The arm will start looking weird, so you have to be careful. You can already see that the arm isn't extended quite as much as it was. It's more up. So, yeah. So let me go back over to this guy and see if he still looks weird. If it still looks weird when he's holding it. It was the right arm that was, I thought that was looking weird. Yeah, so you see for him it's a little bit too close. Yeah, and you've seen how it clipped in. So what we might do is just do a little bit of local space. Yeah, and that'll keep it keep it from bending too much on him. That's still okay. So it's doing that because of the difference between the moving ready and the idle ready. So you'll see, because when it blends from this one to this one, you'll see this is 0, this is full local space, and this is partial local space. So what we probably want to do is we probably want to find a median there, so we can add a little bit of local space to it, make sure that's fully overlay, and then that should fix it. Yeah, see? So the problem with it clipping in is whenever you have them in his idle, you have them really dynamic in his idle, and when it starts blending from the moving state into the extremely from a not so dynamic moving state into an extremely dynamic idle state, it causes the very active blending between those settings is what's actually causing that weird like clipping, like overshooting of the arm. And so that looks quite a bit better. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think that looks fine now. So anyway, so maybe you learn a little bit of something right there with the whole thing with me fixing the layering settings. I'll go ahead and save those layering settings. And then I'll push this, and then I'll make this update final. I just didn't have a whole lot of time this weekend, guys. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video.